Hi guys, good evening. I am Suzuki. How are you doing? I want to tell you today a very good story as a narration. That's the irresistible rule of doping. Very good topic. Let's get started. Eating Kenya. For many Kenyan runners, the sport isn't about glory. It's simply a way to survive. Thousands of feet above the Great Rift Valley that runs through East Africa, the small city of Iten, Kenya, called itself the home of the champions. The town also has a far less laudatory reputation. Runners go there for access to competition, coaching talent, and the benefit of the training in thin air, all to try to earn riches from the running. In a region where the average annual income is the equivalent of a little more than $2,000 and the competition so intense, the potentially life-changing lure of banned substances, referred to locally as a medicine, it's obvious. They calculate that doping is worth the crisis, not only for getting caught, but also of damaging their health and, in some cases, even dying. In that environment, the doping industry has flourished, with the pharmacies in the region's healthcare hub city of Eldoret said to serve as a conduit for performance-enhancing substances. The crisis pulled together extreme poverty. This economic reality means the high-risk situation is always going to be impossible to completely eradicate. Many runners and coaches suspect that their rivals dope, and they point to the roster of the athletes barred from the international competitive racing. Some of the Kenya's most prominent runners have been caught doping and barred from competition. International officials have made headway. Yet, international anti-doping bodies suspect that policing efforts may be touching only the edge of the cheating epidemic. The scale of the problem prompted track and field governing body to threaten to ban Kenya from global competition unless its government committed to spending $25 million to fight doping, a staggering amount in the anti-doping world. We have to teach them a different way of seeing things. This is a matter of changing the whole attitude. Runners are everywhere. Before dawn on any given day, runners pick up the red earth along the main road to Iten or other training routes. The best are on teams on their own. Their up-and-coming athletes sleep, eat, and train in camps. Thousands of other athletes exist on the periphery of this structure outside the teams. Watching arrived before first light, waiting for a coach who would ultimately not show. He had maize and beans to last other few weeks, enough time. He hoped to improve his pace and attract the attention of a camp that would provide housing and food in return for a share of any earnings. It's hard, but we have to survive until you make it, he said after running 10 drills over 1,000 meters each. It might take 2 years or 6 months. His history is typical. Though many runners are convinced themselves that they can rise above the pack. Thunder said, the sad reality is that around 95% of runners training in Iten are never going to have a career, a better life, to beat the competition and earn life-changing income, which could mean as little as $5,000 or $10,000 a year. Doping is an attractive proposition. Over the past decades, Alfred, an athlete who acknowledged using the banned drug, achieved success in modest races. Doping was the only route he saw to a better life, said Alfred, who agreed to be interviewed on the condition his last name not to be used. Getting across to banned substances is straightforward, according to the anti-doping officials and athletes. If any dodgy doctor or pharmacist say, try this, people just do it, said Cloutier, the anti-doping officials. Efforts such as presentation about the risk of the doping have backfired. Scrambling to avoid the chapter. Blanket testing is the latest tool the officers have devised to catch cheats in Iten. One morning last November, officers descended on a track where squads of the athletes were training, locking the gates behind them. Kipchoge said he had witnessed athletes clambering over walls and bolt fence to escape. Often, Kenyans and others taking a drug show little regard for the physical risks, such as dangerously elevated heart rate, kidney and liver disease, and even death. Last fall, at the same Iten track, a 20-year-old man trying out for American college scholarship collapsed and died after a 3,000-meter trial. Kipchoge's goal to go pro gets harder with each day as the younger rivals join the scrambling to get ahead. Wearily, he watches them speed up. Ultimately, thanks to the medicine, he said, whistling past him in the race to change their lives. It's not fair, he said. Thank you very much for your listening. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.